Last video, we built the bundle of rights, 5 sticks. And I said you can only hand out sticks you're actually holding. Water is the clearest example of that. No pun intended. Because whether you hold water rights all depends on where your property sits and what the water is doing. Littoral is still water. Lakes, seas, oceans, water that sits there. Riparian is moving water. Streams, rivers, and water that goes somewhere. Still water, littoral, moving water, riparian. That's the whole split. Start with littoral, the still water. Your lot touches a lake. How far do you own? To the high water mark. That's it. You can use the water, but the state owns the land underneath it. You do not own the lake bottom. Riparian, moving water. And here's where it gets more interesting, because riparian splits again. The question is whether the water is navigable. Navigable means roughly a boat can get down it. And navigable water is treated as a public easement. The public gets to travel it. So, your property abuts a navigable river. You own the water's edge. The state owns the land under the water. Now, your property abuts a stream that isn't navigable. You own to the midpoint of the stream, all the way to the middle. And your use of water is unrestricted. Say it back. Navigable, you own to the edge. Not navigable, you own to the midpoint. Non-navigable gets you more. That surprises people, but it makes sense. Nobody else needs to travel that water, so nobody else competes with yours. There's one more version worth knowing. A pond sitting entirely inside your property lines doesn't touch anybody else, doesn't go anywhere. That one isn't navigable by definition. You own the water itself and your use is unrestricted. Now, unrestricted use on a moving waterway isn't quite as unrestricted as it sounds. Riparian use comes with conditions, 3 of them. Your use has to be reasonable and it can't step on the rights of owners downstream. One more system and it works completely different. The doctrine of prior appropriation. Under prior appropriation, the state controls the water, not the property owner. If you want to use it, you apply and the state grants you a permit. This is the system in dry places where there isn't enough water to go around and somebody has to decide who gets it. So it's not about what your land touches, it's about what the state granted you. Last thing, and it's a small point that gets tested. Water rights attached to the property. They're not personal use to you. So, sell the house, the water rights with it goes to the new owner. You don't keep them and you don't take them somewhere else. 3 questions. Your lot abuts a non-navigable stream. How far out do you own? To the midpoint. Littoral or riparian, which one is a lake? Littoral, still water. And under prior appropriation, who decides who uses the water? The state by permit. Next video, real versus personal property. A tree in your yard is real property. Cut it down and it becomes personal property. Same tree. And there's a whole set of tests for figuring out which is which, including one that catches people up every time: trade fixtures.